Good evening. Ano ang epekto ng pagkakaroon ng cheat day every week? Yan yung tanong ni Low Carb Cheater. Isa siya sa mga umattend ng ating National Low Carb Day at eto yung mga iba pang questions na hindi namin nasagot because that day was so overwhelming. Hindi na namin natapos lahat ng Q&A and for this National Low Carb Series, eto ay sasagutin natin. At yung nga, dalawa yung question niya, but for today, isa lang muna yung sasagutin natin. Tanong niya, what is the effect to your health or body kapag sometimes you eat rice or sweets just like once a week? Ano ang impact ng pagkakaroon ng high blood sugar or diabetes? So to answer that question, we will look into science. Hindi lang ito basta sa commitment lang or pagkakasabi lang natin na baka madadapa ka the moment you start eating high carb again. But tingnan natin kung ano nga ba yung epekto nito based on research. So of course, titingnan natin. Kapag sinasabing cheat day, iniisip usually the processed food, the indulgence, the fast food, yung mga treats, kumbaga, na alam na natin ngayon, hindi lang talaga treats, but actually are threats sa ating pangangatawan. And yun nga sabi niya, sweets, especially candies, and hindi lang yun sweets. Yes, at least si low carb cheater alam niya na hindi lang basta sa sweets yung cheating o yung pagpapataas ng blood sugar. But it can also be not sweet like rice. So yes, kanin po. Yung kanin ay pwede pa rin magpakataas ng inyong blood sugar. And before you decide na kanin na lang yung kakainin nyo instead of sweets, I want to show you this article na shinare din sa atin kanina ni Sir Marco Reyes. So this article says na ano yan ha, New York Post na article. And it says na white rice is as bad as candy when it comes to heart health study. Pareho lang kasama yung pagkain ng kanin when it comes to heart effects. Okay? So, klaro yan ha. Para lang siyang candy. Kasi nga, 1 cup of rice is equivalent to, magkano nga? 10 to 12. O sige, magkatawad na. 10 na lang. 10 teaspoons of white sugar. And per candy, usually 1 teaspoon yung sugar na yan. So parang 10 candy yung kinain mo kapag kumain ka ng isang cup ng rice. So what then? Ano ang mangyayari when you eat those rice? So eto yung mangyayari sa ating katawan. Kahit pa ang iyong blood sugar ay generally nasa normal levels lamang, which is on the gray area sa ating graph. This is a CGM na monitoring output. CGM, Continuous Blood Glucose Monitoring Device. Yun yung nilalagay as patch and 24 hours, 3 days, or kung gaano katagal nyo man yan ilalagay, lalagay siya ng input kung ano yung blood sugar level mo every hour, depending kung ano yung setting. But this one happened in about 24 hours. So nakikita na may mga panahon na stable. So if you can see there, if your blood sugar is on the ideal target range na hindi tumataas, hindi nagsa-spike, hindi rin siya nagdi-dip down. Okay? And yung sobrang pag-dip down pala ng ating blood sugar, especially kapag nanggaling sa itaas, yung may yellow part dyan, yung may yellow part dyan would be the highs. So every time na lumalagpas ka sa target range, your body is actually producing free radicals. So ano yung free radicals? Yung free radicals, siya yung nagkakaroon ng damage para siyang mga bomba. Okay? Kapag merong free radicals, para siyang mga maliliit na bomba na napupunta sa ating mga parts ng ating body, but the most important, yung isa sa pinaka-vulnerable part ng ating katawan would be our blood vessels. Blood vessels, meron niyang super manipis na lining. So imagine, sobrang nipis na lining, mas manipis pa sa 1/8 na papel. So kung ganito kanipis yung papel, we will see if the paper is very thin. So i-divide mo yan into 8. Like eto, hindi ganito ha. Yung nipis mismo nito, this thin ng paper, hahasitiin mo yan into 8 slices, mas makapal pa yan sa endothelial lining natin. And that endothelium, lalagyan mo ng kakaunting mga bomba. So, sasabog yan and it will cause inflammation. So, every time na mag-highs ka, Okay? Every time you go high, you will also dip down. And yung pag-dip mo na yan, when it comes to those red marks, it will actually generate even more free radicals. Kaya mas malaki po yung production ng inflammation every time you go up and every time you go down. And we don't know kung gaano ka grabe yung tolerance ng katawan mo when it comes to free radical formation. Unless, of course, naglalaklak ka ng antioxidants na alam natin ngayon based on studies na depending on external antioxidants, kahit gaano pa karaming antioxidant na supplements na iinumin mo, in the long run, studies show that it might not be helpful. Kasi sa totoo lang, yung katawan natin is capable of producing its own antioxidant. At kapag ikaw ay kumakain or parating take ng mga exogenous antioxidants, so external, yung mga hindi natural na antioxidant, your body may stop producing its own antioxidant. So the net effect is baka hindi talaga ganun kaganda. So every time you have what we call a cheat day, okay, you would know that there is generation of these free radicals. Every time you go up in the scale, nag-high carb ka, just by eating at candies or white rice, you are inducing oxidative stress sa katawan mo, yung yellow na yan. And every time, the moment that it goes down, it will generate free radicals, even more damaging free radicals na nanggaling sa spikes na yon. So this is another example. If you do it so frequently, so it's going to lead into what we call as blood sugar roller coaster. This is one of my favorite illustrations talaga when it comes to blood sugar control, and this is very familiar na para sa ating low carb and fasting masterclass, starting pa lang sa ating pioneer batch last year and the ongoing batch of our low carb and fasting masterclass sa diabetes, hypertension, fatty liver, PCOS, and many more. So if you have concerns when it comes to your health related to inflammation, related to blood sugar control, related to lipid control, you can be guided para mas madali po. If you do it your own way, you can still be successful. Okay? Tandaan nyo yan. Pwede pa rin kayong gumaling. Sobrang dami na pong gumaling just by watching our free videos, and you can be improved even faster and with less stress kasi tama yung paggawa ninyo if you will do it the guided way. So just send a message to our official page, Dr. Josephine Grace Chua Rojo, for enrollment when it comes to our masterclass. And you can also send an email po. You can just text first before calling kasi po yung admins natin ay meron din pong sarili nilang buhay. So you can just call or text them first before calling. Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. lang po. Patulugin din natin sila so that they can rest and serve you better. Moving forward to our blood sugar roller coaster, yun yung nangyayari sa ating blood sugar level whenever it goes up and it goes down. Nagkakaroon ito ng free radical formation. So ano naman ang pakialam natin kung maraming free radical generation and yung mga oxidative stress na yon. So nakita sa research na ito na high glucose induces antioxidant enzymes in human endothelial cells in culture. Evidence linking hyperglycemia and oxidative stress because yung antioxidant dito, although it sounds good, okay? It sounds good, but it's just saying na under stress yung katawan natin. And if you will overdo that, dapat yung mga antioxidants na yan, dapat i-reserve natin yan in other real stressful na mga event like infection, like pagkakaroon ng injury, or pagkakaroon ng kung anumang stress like sudden loss of loved one, major life event stress na hindi talaga natin mapigilan. Pero yung pagkain mo every week, pwede mong pigilan yan. But if ever you choose to do that, nasa sa inyo na yan. High glucose induces antioxidants enzymes. So, nakakalungkot is baka dumating yung panahon, like say for example, hindi man natin intentional, but what if you are working as a nurse and na-station ka in infectious disease na department at merong leak yung PPE mo and naka-inhale ka ng mga virus and bacteria at nahawa ka, instead of your body becoming able sana to fight those pathogens, hindi na niya kaya kasi nga exhausted na siya kaka-produce ng antioxidant just because you've been eating a lot of junk foods, ordering a lot of milk tea, donuts, pizza, soft drinks, at dun pa lang naubos na yung reserve nyo for antioxidant formation. So, let's preserve our capacity to counter those stress and i-allot natin yan sa more important na problems na pwedeng i-handle ng ating katawan and not just hyperglycemia or pagtaas lang ng blood sugar. And of course, ito yung mangyayari. Dahil when you have hyperglycemia, ito yung maraming nangyayari sa ating katawan. It's the pagtaas ng blood glucose. All in all, it will lead into oxidative stress. And when there is oxidative stress already, titingnan natin yan, nagkakaroon na yan ng inflammation, platelet aggregation, leukocyte adhesion migration, LDL oxidation. So eto no, imagine kung mataas yung LDL mo sa katawan because you're a low carber, which is supposedly hindi yan nakakatakot because those LDL are okay. But the moment you expose them to stress, to oxidative stress dahil nag-cheat day ka every week, okay, you are producing exposure sa mga LDL natin na dapat sana neutral and they can be oxidized. And the moment they are oxidized, they can become inflammatory LDL. So sa mga nagtatanong, okay lang ba na mataas yung LDL ko? So yung sagot, okay lang yung mataas na LDL, mataas ang LDL mo as long as wala itong signs of inflammation at tamang-tama lang yung inyong control ng blood sugar at hindi sila nag-undergo ng oxidation. And how will you know if they underwent oxidation, which is not good? If parati kayong nag-cheat day. So if parati kayong nag-cheat day kahit pa hindi na kayo tumataba, you are actually risking your LDL to be oxidized and that can lead to many other problems. So yan yung ating bottom dyan, atherogenesis, arterial stiffness. So yan yung magli-lead into possible when it comes to that atherogenesis, para ng atherosclerosis, and eventually that can lead into the dangerous part of heart attack, strokes, and many more. And eto, the end of endothelial dysfunction, hindi lang po yan basta-basta ang heart attack and stroke lang. It can mean so many things, and those many things include, sobrang dami po yan. So, hindi lang yan heart attack, hindi lang stroke, hindi lang po yan pagkakaroon ng insulin resistance, but it can also lead into chronic kidney disease, ang pagkakaroon ng cancer, vascular leakage, na the moment that you are exposed to stress like pneumonia, flu even, or kakaroon ng COVID, then that can lead into disaster na pwede pong ikamatay. So, that's the reason why, as much as possible, hindi talaga kami nagre-recommend ng cheat day. But of course, if you are willing to take those risks, okay, hindi naman kami nagpre-prevent sa inyo. It's still a matter of you deciding how much oxidative stress yung kaya mong ibigay sa katawan mo. So, yun yung question. But of course, we know na from time to time, there are really days na there's a celebration or baka gusto mo talagang kumain or whatever, or sasabihin mong nag-exercise ka naman, nagmamarathon ka naman. Remember, those things can help a little, but hindi pwedeng iasa natin sa lahat yung exercise and physical activity only para ma-counter yung mga bagay na yon. And mindset is still very important. That is why we don't consider it as cheating. We don't want to label it as cheat day kasi it taints your person. Hindi siya maganda na labeling sa katawan mo. But instead, you can consider those as planned indulgence. So, kung meron ka mang panahon na magpa-plan ka na you will indulge in this, like say for example, birthday ng lola mo na 100 years old na at meron siyang special na dessert na siya lang yung gumagawa at wala nang makakagawa, and you are savoring your remaining days with her at sinabi mo talagang kakain ako ng special cake ng lola kong means lang magwa 100 birthday, then of course you can have that as long as alam mo kung gaano karami yung tolerance mo when it comes to free radical formation and production of stress sa iyong katawan dahil baka mas stress ka if later hindi ka kumain nun at pinagsisihan mo ng bonggang-bongga because your lola will feel so bad. So that is why instead of low carb cheater, i-change natin yan. Low carb planner. So yan, planuhin mabuti kung ano yung kakainin. So yon ang pinaka-gist ng ating tackles for the day, which would include kung ano yung epekto sa ating pangangatawan when it comes to weekly cheat day. Okay? So, nasa sa inyo na how you go about it. And of course, we still thank National Low Carb Day to all of you na sumali po sa ating face-to-face event and of course sa ating virtual access. Nandiyan na po yung videos. We still have more videos to come. Kindly be patient lang po. And don't worry, nasa isang buwan naman po yung access nito. So, thank you so much to Low Carb Con 2022 sa ating mga speakers and of course workshop speakers and sa mga partners natin sa Low Carb Expo, sa mga face-to-face, online, and hybrid attendance. Thank you so much, especially sa mga best dressed in Modern Filipiniana that day and sa ating mga sponsors. Don't forget sa virtual access to join Low Carb Con private group and National Low Carb Day PH Virtual. And maraming salamat to our partners for supporting us. And I hope you can still support us on our National Low Carb Day on December 4, 2022 for our National Low Carb Day Fun Run and Family Day. Registration will be up, I think, next week. Inaayos lang namin. And I am also opening up na po my private sessions. I will open up a low carb and fasting private sessions online and face-to-face. Online, we only have Mondays and Wednesdays. And face-to-face naman, we are scheduling it once a month when it comes to Manila area at magkakaroon din tayo ng meet and greet. So, stay tuned sa ating mga schedule. We will post it later tonight for our schedules. We will have a meet and greet in Dumaguete. So, kung sinong malapit sa Dumaguete, magkakaroon po tayo ng meet and greet dyan on October 22, if I remember it right, October 22. And sa atin namang Boracay, for those who are going to be in Boracay, we are going to have a meet and greet in Boracay in November 29 ata, November 29. So those are the 2 dates on our regional meet and greet. And for our Metro Manila naman na LCF private sessions with Dr. JGR Tan and online private sessions, you can just send a message sa ating Facebook page, Dr. Josephine Grace C. Rojo. So yun lang po. Maraming salamat everybody. We hope to see you tomorrow and in our next event. Maraming salamat. Always remember to, of course, as always, stay low carb so that we all stay safe. Have a good day. Have a good night. Bye-bye.